Yeah, I got some valve cover gaskets for the El Camino. It's one spot. It's leaking oil. They've been in there a long time, so I got some rubber ones. Cork works fine. I'm going to tell you some trick, though. Actually, I'm old school. I used to use grease on the cork. Now, these are just a black rubber. They're available in cork. Cork is fine, too, to tell you the truth. Rubber with steel insert. Now, I don't know if this can of stuff I got is still good, man. It should be. Probably aerosol's going dead in it, but you can't put ATV on with rubber. It'll leak like a sieve. Don't ever do that. But there is something that you can actually put on with cork that will make it stick better. It also works with the steel inserts and everything else on the intake manifolds. Not well known, because I want to make sure this damn thing's leak proof. And that can of stuff I got is still spraying. I'll use it, but this should be leak proof with rubber. And I'm going to take these puppies off, but first we're going to use a pressure washer on everything. I got it hooked up to the inside hot water, which is extra hot. I think it's like 210 degrees hot water. It's a little pressure washer, but with hot water it really works good. This is one place I'm kind of getting asphyxiated into the car because, you know, the oil burns up off this stupid engine, and you know, whatever you want to call it, it smokes oil, man. So getting this bitch fixed right now. Actually, I got the gauges for it. Just came in. I was like, wow, that guy was fast. And I got this trim back on here. You can see there's a little bit of black, what the hell is it you call it, that truck bed lining, because it's just right on the edge is rusted. So but I made a gasket in here, even with the Munster tape, because it was missing, and I think that's going to be 110% leak proof. So anyway, next, get these valve cover gaskets. Spray it down, and that's actually a 2-barrel Demon. That's I think it's a 500 CFM 2-barrel Demon. Uses a standard Holley, what the hell you call it, you know, the plate. I got it adapted to the freaking stock intake manifold. Actually, I need to take this damn intake manifold off. I want to actually, there's no emissions here in Florida, and I'm going to be running HHO pretty soon anyway, so probably pass emissions easy. But the thing is, I actually need to take that intake manifold off someday and boil it, because the EGR, the recirculation bullshit, it's all clogged up in there, but it runs freaking great. And just that, I got oil crapping around all over the place from these stupid intake manifolds. So they're gonna be nice and pretty. I'm gonna strip them down with the paint stripper, hit them with the freaking well, first we're going to clean it all up with the freaking, you know, the high pressure hose thing. Probably paint some shit black. And we're going to go ahead and strip them down, sandblast them, put the gaskets on it, and I'm going to show you this crap I use that's, you can use with anything. Steel, it's not ATV. It's not well known. I've used it on the Sebring too, just in case. I don't trust gaskets, even if they're supposed to work. I don't trust them. It's not RTV. I'll show you what it is. First, I got my helmet cam coming real soon, man. First, look at this thing going here. Turn it on. Come on, bitch. Wait a minute. Alright, first get this puppy going. You hear there's a little air on this bitch. So, I got my helmet cam coming here pretty soon, but probably tomorrow. Day after tomorrow. Turn this bitch on. Come on, baby. Oh, pretty. Yeah, I didn't cover nothing up. I know you're supposed to, but it don't matter, because I don't really use the car much, and freaking by the time I go use it again, it'll be dried up. So, and there's no electronic crap in here. It's just HEI. You know, I'd love to actually change it to points in a freaking MSD5 maybe someday. I was always thinking about doing that, but I never did. I never touched that HEI since I had this in '91. But I just got some flat semi-gloss engine paint. I'm going to paint up a lot of crap in here with semi-gloss, and also even in the frame where I freaking did it with the pressure washer, the brackets, and the places where don't have high heat are going to get some rust killing Rust-Oleum primer. It's enough to freaking you know, the main thing I hate is rust. I mean, I don't really give a shit about having it pretty. But this is a leaf blower. I got another stronger one, but this will blow off. It's actually faster than using an air compressor to clean off all the water. The leaf blower. So a lot of people don't realize that. I know a lot of stupid tricks. As a matter of fact, if you're pressure washing the bottom of your car and you want to go paint it, you want to put rust encapsulating, what do you call it? You know, the sound deadener and stuff, but the rust encapsulating type, the real good stuff, the undercoating, and you pressure wash it, and you're saying, hey, I gotta wait for this crap to dry, and it's got water and nooks and crannies. Use this leaf blower. You're not freaking painting a car. You're painting the freaking engine or the underside of the car or the frame. You know, if it gets dust on it, so what? You know, it's dry, right? Well, you get the idea. It does clean off the freaking water real fast. You know, everybody's got a freaking leaf blower. People don't have air compressors, but the leaf blower works faster. So what? You know, the air comes in a little dirty, but it's still not even that dirty. It's still, you know, you have dust in the paint on your engine, right? That's going to matter? Yeah, right. Just worried about rust. That's all I'm worried about. Well, I could see why this thing was leaking some oil after the valve cover gaskets. It came off in pieces here. God, man. Look at that. Another piece. Another piece. That's why it's smoking so much. These are cork. I never even changed these puppies, man. I did a lot of work on this car. I had the transmission changed. Well, actually, I changed the transmission with a truck Saginaw. It's a Saginaw, but it was out of a truck. And I changed the whole rear, new ring and pinion, posi unit, new axle bearings, Moser axles, and everything new in the front end, including the lower A-frame bushings, which were the hardest bolts I ever took out of my life. I was like, holy shit. I was working on them for like 2 days with the impact. But I never did nothing to the engine because when I got the car, the guy that sold it was his father-in-law did the car for him, and he wound up having to sell it because he had a kid coming on the way, you know, one of those deals. And so I bought it, and the father-in-law just had an engine in it that was put. This is back in '91. It had low mileage from it was rebuilt from a Corvette, and it's a 350, so it's not the original engine. But what's weird about this car, what's rare about it, it is actually a 4-speed posi traction V8 bucket seat car from the factory. I think there's only a little over 500 of those made in '78. Almost all of them are automatics, bench seats, and it don't have the original nothing, but it's got the original type of trans, Saginaw truck, original type of rear with a posi, and you know, which originally was a factory posi, and you know, it's not a 305, it's a 350, but I got a Demon 2-barrel on this puppy. So really, 2-barrel, you'd be surprised. Stupid thing. I mean, I don't know if it's fast, but it freaking always runs perfect, man. That's all I give a shit about. Does it pull good from all RPMs? Does it stall? Does it idle good? Man, a Demon Carb is great. I don't know if they make those anymore. Probably, I don't know. But I'm going to pressure wash the inside of the shit out of this thing. First, I'm going to put some crap in there to clean out all this junk. Chemically clean all this junk down here. Hit it with, well, you see, I don't want to freaking talk too long on this deal, but this car is kind of special to me, man. I tell you the truth. There's 3 cars I would keep forever. Actually, two of them are cars and one's a bike. Now, even though this is a freaking Suzuki, I like this thing. It's the only foreign thing I ever bought in my life. Used, you know, car or what. This thing is good. It's got USA parts on it. I put on it, and I keep the Harley. Yeah. The rest of the stuff, I don't really give a shit. Well, I like the Sebring because the roof comes down, but I don't give a shit. I mean, I take anything that the roof comes down. So I really don't give a shit about that Chevy too much. I got it because it's CNG. It's a Cavalier. It's a compressed natural gas dual fuel. That's what's weird about it. I gotta have something different about a car, otherwise I don't like it. So, actually, to tell you the truth, I'd rather get a VW bus, the old style, with HHO, air cooled, with the Umbriago's logo on its side, which means drunkard. That's where my dad used to manage that liquor store. Man, that was the heavy-duty delivery vehicle for all the freaking pubs in New Jersey. Wouldn't mind having one of those, man. Mulling that idea over. Anyway. Next. Yeah, I'm using a little bit of kerosene to clean this off. That's about all I got left. I don't use it in my kerosene heater anymore. I use only diesel fuel, but I don't know. I don't think that's working for everybody. Working for me, but you see how kerosene is a good parts cleaner? See that? Yeah, man. Let it soak. Get that crap off of there, man. See that? That's why you don't need any special parts cleaner, man. You can soak down your engine with kerosene and you know, so all that bullshit they sell. I don't know why people don't do that. And then go over it with just Dawn dish detergent and high pressure washer with you know, hot water. And it'll clean it. See? I don't know why the hell people buy all that fancy shit for. Stupid, that's why. Well, they're marketing. It's all marketing. But like I said, man, I'm old school all the way, man. I don't buy any of that shit. See that? Cleans it off. Like if I let it soak longer, it'll come right off. I'm probably not going to get this. Well, I might get it perfectly clean. Actually, once it loosens up and I hit it with the high pressure hose, it's gone. And I'll probably sandblast it after I strip it to get it rough so the paint sticks good. It'll look like new covers, so. But we're going to put some other special stuff on here. The gaskets, even though I don't need it. I could tell why. I know why these fuckers leak, man. I said I don't use this. I use this car quite often, but it's short trips to pick up concrete, lumber. I don't know, all kinds of shit, you know. I don't like use it for, you know, yuppie vehicle to take it to the car show. It's a truck. That's how I use it. I mean, it gets used a lot, often, but not usually that far. I want to get it ready so it can go really far too. Well, I just noticed something, and actually, you know, it's supposed to have on the back of these bolts, there's like a little tab that's about this long, and when you tighten down the bolt, it puts the force over a longer area. You notice, I don't know if you can see it. You see how this is like dented in like that? So if you go tighten this down, you know, it might work. But then again, it's not really crushing it down all the way. It's, in other words, this got bent in because they didn't have these tabs on the other side where the bolt was. So what I got to do, I already got some channel iron. Every time I do a little piece of something, I always find this little bullshit. It takes more time. But I got a piece of channel iron I can put behind here. And I got another piece of steel that's like a real heavy block. I could tap this down so it's nice and even. And I'm going to make tabs out of some 10 gauge I got. Maybe I'll double up to 10 gauge, but that probably, yeah, I'll double up to 10 gauge and make sure it's freaking thick as all hell. And I'll put that over here so when these go down, I'll make nice long tabs. So when they get on, they get screwed down, it'll crush down evenly and won't bend this in like this. This will seal up like a son of a bitch. Wow. Damn it. Anyway, everything you do takes longer, even if it's simple. Okay, this is how I'm going to take care of where these are bent in. I'm actually going to put the camera like that, over that, and I'm going to tap the top of the other hammer with this. And this is the steel I got here. This is 10 gauge. It's, you know, it's almost an 1/8 inch. I think it's a 1/10 of an inch thick. Actually, probably thick enough for a tab to, you know, work. So when it screws down, it won't bend it all in. It's actually thicker than the valve covers. So that'll be good enough tab. I'll make some out of that. So I can't do this. I got my head camera coming in, whatever the hell you call that stupid thing, the GoPro. But that's how I'm going to do it. I'm going to put this over that, hit it with the other hammer, and bend it in. All right, that worked perfect. It's flat. It's flat, they're good. Actually, they're probably in a little bit the other way, so it'll crush down. So I'll make some tabs, but first we're gonna well, I'm gonna take this down now with what do you call it, the spray freaking paint remover stripper. Do that now. Yeah, just put it on an old tree stump and use this stuff, clean strip, premium stripper. I don't know how good it is, but probably don't need it. I got a little portable sandblaster that I'm going to be going over it with this anyway, so just put it on there. Yeah, rinse it off. You know how this shit goes. But a lot of people don't realize about the covers being bent too. So I know what to watch for, but I didn't expect that. Anyway, so it's going to be like new. Well, I got them cleaned up, just about perfect. What I used was a little sandblaster to get in the areas you can't get into good with the wire nylon brush with the drill. Did it, you know, so then I went over with some lacquer thinner. Now I'm just going to shoot it with some paint, and we'll make those tabs. And I'm going to use that sealant. I forgot what the hell brand it is, from Permatax. It's like a tacky stuff for, you can use it on rubber gaskets too. It'll leak proof the shit out of everything. It's not RTV. Well, I ran out of that shit that I talked about that I want to use on a gasket, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a couple of, I'm going to get it super chemically clean. I'm going to put a couple of beads of weather strip adhesive where the gasket attaches to the valve cover, so make sure it freaking doesn't move or some shit when I tighten it down, making those tabs. But this is the crap. It's Permatex 80065 high-tech spray gasket sealant. This thing you can use on rubber gaskets, which you don't have to do that, but it's like it glues them on there, but it never gets like dried. It stays tacky forever, like it's glues it on there. And you can use it on metal gaskets. It's the only shit I know that works. And actually, it works like here, valve covers, see? Fuel pumps, carburetors, manifold gaskets. You know, a lot of times you use these freaking damn, I know I'm being lengthy on this, but I'm telling you some shit maybe these other people won't. You know, a lot of times you use these metal gaskets on the manifold, and you're like, this stupid thing doesn't, you might have a slight vacuum leak. This crap, you're better off using it. I'm going to buy some. I'm not going to use it for the valve cover, but I'm getting some right now, and I'm going to get this shit done. It's going to be so squeaky clean, it's not going to leak anyway, but that's the crap I was talking about. I ran out of it. I was like, ooh. Anyway, what the hell? Anyway, that's it. It's not RTV. That's the part number. That's the part number. You can use it on rubber gaskets. You can use it on metal gaskets. Nothing else I know you can use on rubber gaskets and metal bases. Besides that, it does resist gasoline a hell of a lot better than any other shit out there. And other times, if you want, I'm being let down here, but like if you want to reuse the carburetor, this is why I keep this crap around. I ran out of it. Use it. If If you want to reuse the carburetor gaskets, a lot of times I don't buy new ones. I take the carb off and clean it or something. I use this crap. A lot of times I reuse metal gaskets. I use that crap. Make sure it's chemically clean. Spray it on there. I can reuse the gaskets. Works great. Okay, so it's painted up nice. It's a flat black engine paint. Knocked out the dent that was up here. And what I did was I took super weather strip adhesive and let it glue overnight the rubber right to the valve cover. So when I pull it off, it'll pull off in one shot. It won't rip it or nothing. I got that crap in order, but it should really seal it up really good. I can see the problem. Now I'm going to make some tabs. I'm actually going to get some stainless steel fender washers and grind them so they fit in this notch just nice. Do it that way so they won't rust. They'll be nice and thick. Do it. It's a simple thing, right? But it's stupid. And actually, if you use that spray Permatex, you won't get that seepage on here at all. So anyway, making this shit long, but sorry, but man, attention to detail makes a difference. I'm only concerned about, does it work right? Now, you would never think that putting on a pair of valve cover gaskets would be so complicated, right? Well, I made like these little tabs out of stainless steel washers. I had to grind them down with that puppy. And I made a little bit of a bend on the end so they got more strength. Stainless steel has more strength than steel, regular steel. And I had to get some longer bolts. Because the freaking bolts I used were too short. That's why they crushed down the damn valve cover gasket. You need these tabs. If you put on the aluminum aftermarket valve covers, they're stronger. You probably won't need those tabs. You'll probably be fine. You should be fine. So the only thing I got to do now is I'm going to put a little anti-seize on the damn things and clean off the where they bolt onto and tighten them down. Then I'm going to do the other side. But you think if you brought this to a shop they would do all this shit? Hell no. Okay, so it's on there with those tabs. I painted the little filler thing silver, cute. So then I saw another little problem here. Just brought it away. This is my windshield washer shit. I got to get this car. I want to get this car 100% fucking reliable with little bullshit. And a little bullshit takes a long time.